Here we are right now. Apple, we're going to open up in 15 minutes. Absolutely correct. What are we going to highlight specifically in this video? It's called a $600 call. That was a glory entry yesterday on 3/29/2012 at this very same time, pre-market, limiting those orders up on weeklies. And once again, you're going to want to get involved in that service. That's that live market room that we're opening called the Elite Market Maker in options, weekly, monthly, but most importantly is it is a market maker. Now, what I am going to say is yesterday on that glory down drop bid there, and we bounced and they were sold, and the put side worked real well. The 620 put right here ended up 570 as it put its lows in yesterday morning. Let us not forget how wonderful that yesterday was and how more wonderful that the Friday expiration right now in 14 minutes is going to open up, and it's a weekly Friday expiration, and there's going to be tons of money to be made. Yeah, for those who get the wholesale bid, it pays for itself. I'm sorry to tell you. And you know what? When we do open up that new service on SMF and you do inquire, just remember, we pick you. It's a gift. 8:30, the call was still marked down. I want you to know yesterday that the big money put for 3:30 weekly was 615. Yes, it was. Not only that, look at that, 26,000. 5,988 of the 620s. What a super whopper trade this side was. But so was the $600 call. It was just as rewarding. And so was the short on the equity, and so was going long off of that wonderful support level. Within its exhausted price ranges, we're going to come down. We're going to look at that half delta. We're going to see if we break 3/8 first now. 3/8, then a half. And that's going to bring down this wholesale bid. Remember that these wholesale bids changes. That's why it's important to understand that we are going to put limit orders out there based on those numbers unless they start buying the dip and run it right back up and break the highs. You would have to make a very quick transaction, but let's go with our scenario, and that's at that wholesale mark. Let's start putting bids out here at $4.20 and $4.70 for right now. And what would that be based on? That does not happen unless they drop this thing down to that half delta range. And then because it is a weekly premium, that they would steal that premium from the public as they do all the time. And with that wholesale opportunity on that opening bell, well, let me tell you that wholesale marker is the one that you want. And that wholesale marker is the entry, and then you can give it back to the public and pass it on to them for a higher price. And that's what this opening bell is. Now, listen, both sides of this trade was wonderful. It's the end of the quarter. Do people want to own Apple? When it comes down, it's been averaging roughly good $5 off of those support levels for the call side, and when it hits the top end, it's got a very nice $4 to $8 reversal at times as we've been going through the price channels. So once again, we're going to be looking at that $600 call. Those are going to be the lower bids for now. On that 620 put, well, we will deal with this one. It was one that we did yesterday and marked it up. And it got marked up to 1335 off of that 570 low. Yeah, it did. And it closed at 545, and it held a gap price on the 620, and it paid real well. And so did this back end of that support level on these calls paid very, very, very well, as they will pay extremely well today. on a Friday expiration pre-market, 6:20 a.m., 3/30/2012. High alert market maker bid and ask.